Hello everyone! Long story short, as you can see, I overused my hand, and now I'm diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome. For the longer version of this tale, where my left tries to save a day, check out this video. On the day of this recording, slightly more than 500 are subscribed to this channel, and I can't believe my eyes. I started this channel in February, and I know many people are here because of a candle video I posted. Unfortunately, I won't be able to sculpt or make any candles for a while now. While you watch me struggle, I'll tell you a bit about myself. My name is Anastasia. I'm originally from Republic of Moldova. It's a small country sandwiched between Romania and Ukraine. I moved to London back in 2016. And from here, I'll keep it short. So if you'd like to know more about anything, drop a comment and I'll talk about it in my next video. Before my London days, I studied fashion design at the Academy of Music, Theatre and Fine Arts. Even though I was never really into fashion. I was always an art person, but this was never taken seriously in my family. So somehow, fashion design was a midpoint between my desire for art and my family's career idea. After moving to London, at 22 years old, with a very basic English, I started my journey in hospitality. Throughout the years, I transitioned from F&B to reception to management positions, and finally to my current job and finance. I even went throughout a foundation year studying business management. But soon I realized it's not my cup of tea and transferred to studying graphic design at the University of Greenwich. The whole journey has been pretty intense, and I'll cover it another time. And now, a bit about my personality. I'm a very curious person. I like to learn new things, whether it's art or other subjects. Probably that's why I love my 9-to-5 non-artistic job as much as doing art. Speaking of art, I'm all about sculpting, crafting, drawing, painting, you name it. I love experimenting with new media, trying new techniques and not following the rules. On creating, I always ask myself, why and what if? For example, I filmed this video because I thought it's unfortunate that I cannot use my right hand for a while. But what if I try doing something light with my left hand? And here I am drawing with my left hand. can see from the sketchbook, I started it back in 2020s. And like this one, I have few unfinished ones because I always change my focus after a while by trying new techniques. The paper in this sketchbook is only good for drawing, unfortunately. The empty pages in between sketches are primed, and next I'll try painting with acrylic there. To be completely honest with you, this situation is affecting my daily routine. It takes more time and effort to do my job, not to mention my hobby time. But I try to find something positive in this. For example, I can do things I felt guilty previously doing, like watching a movie, reading a book, or just doing nothing. I'm also excited about training my non-dominant hand. In this video it may look easy, but believe me, the struggle was there. I increased the speed between 2 and 3 times the actual speed, and I cut the resting moment. My whole life, I have dealt with imposter syndrome, and probably that's why I'm scared to take an artistic career path. I've always kept my art for myself, gifted to my family and friends, as I do not feel confident enough to sell it. I only started to share my art more recently, even though my Etsy shop is not moving, the comments you guys leave under my videos are really inspiring. And now, what happened to my right hand? The muscle and joint doctor told me it's a carpal tunnel syndrome, and the recovery takes from 3 months. The emergency department doctor looked at my swollen hand and said it's tendonitis, and the recovery is from 1 month. As in a few months we're about to move out of London, on Sunday I decide to spring clean the house and start getting rid of the things we no longer need. Ideally I would leave all the heavy stuff and hoovering to my partner, but he already moved out to Liverpool with a job and only comes home on bank holidays. I behaved like a strong, independent woman and did some heavy liftings. In the evening, I started to feel discomfort in my wrist while cooking. The next morning, I applied ibuprofen gel and went to work, where I worked through the pain. My colleague pointed out to me that my hand was swollen and I should see the doctor. But I only booked an appointment on Tuesday evening when I realized that my fingers got swollen too, and I couldn't bend them, and I had no more strength in my hand. So on Wednesday, I spoke with the first doctor, and he diagnosed carpal tunnel syndrome. I was giving some instructions and light exercises to follow. At home I tried, but I couldn't even bend my fingers. So on Thursday, I decided to go to the hospital. I was skeptical if emergency department would take me seriously, but they saw me very quickly, despite the 5.5-hour waiting time displayed on the screen. However, no X-ray was done, and after the inspection, I was told it might be tendonitis. I was giving a free wrist support, the one you saw on my hand, an ibuprofen pill. They gave me some instructions and told me to come back if it feels worse. Have any of you experienced similar wrist problems? It's my first time hearing about this diagnosis. I've had wrist pain before from overuse, but never for such a long time, and to the extent of having a swollen hand. If you have, how long was the recovery time, and what helped you the most? I'd like us all to ask if anyone is watching this video from Liverpool or been there. I'm about to visit it for the first time at the end of May. What are your thoughts about the city? And for those who moved from London to a smaller city, I'd love to hear about your journey and how you adapted. So here I am with all the updates. Hoping for better with a disabled hand, packing up for Liverpool soon, job hunt as I can't keep my actual job if I move, and all the other things. I hope you enjoyed this video and a big thank for all the love and support.